Hello everyone, my name is Pawandeep Kaur and this is a tutorial video on Project Libre, how to use Project Libre. Basically, the Project Libre is an open source tool which is helpful to manage projects. We can manage our projects with the help of this tool easily, and we can track activities of our project. So when we open Project Libre, it show us window like this, whether we can create a new project or we can open an existing project. So for example, I want to create a new project. Click on new project. Here I have to fill the name of the project, name of the manager, start date, and any special note if I want to include. So firstly, name of the project. For example, I want to create a web design plan. After that, name of manager and start date. So here, if I want to set a finish date, then click on forward schedule to disable it and select any date on which we want to complete our project. But if we want to complete our project on any date, then we have to just set a start date and click on OK. After clicking on OK, the window will split into two parts. On the left hand side, we can include name of the task. On right hand side, we can include the Gantt chart, and it automatically set according to duration of the task. So under this, for my web design plan, I need three main tasks. The first one, I need gather requirements. The second task is design. The third task is implementation. So now under these main tasks, I want to include the subtask. To include subtask, for example, I need to include two subtasks under gather requirements. So I have to click on design, click on task, and click on insert. So under requirements, the first subtask is meet the customer, complete the required documents. Same for the design. To include subtask for design, I have to click on implementation, click on task, click on insert. So here under design, two subtasks are detailed design and review. Under implementation, the main three tasks are graphics, coding, and testing. So after that, I have to set the duration. But before that, as we can see, there is no difference between a task and subtask. So to separate task from subtask, we can indent subtask, click on subtask, click on indent. Same for subtask of design, and same for graphics, coding, and testing. Now for duration, for example, I need 1 day to meet customer, 2 days to complete required documents, 2 days for detailed designs, 1 day to review those designs, 2 days for graphics, 2 days for coding, and 2 days for testing as well. Now we can create dependencies between tasks. This means we cannot start task before completing the previous task. So to create dependencies, we can drag line from one another like this. So now the duration of subtask automatically set and start and finish date are also set accordingly. So after that, when we click on network, we can see dependencies of task and subtask on each other and start and finish date. Now we have to allocate sources. So for example, we need 4 members to complete this web design plan. We can include name of members, so here initials of team members, and we can set salary of the members. Click on resource branch screen. We can create dependencies. So for example, Piyush is supervisor and Pavandeep is working under Piyush, and Mamta and Naprit are working under Pavandeep. Going back to Gantt chart. So here we can allocate resource name. So as we can see on Gantt chart, the name are displayed according to the name of the resources. So by clicking on workbench screen, we can see the task based on dependencies. In task usage, we can view resource allocated to a particular task. So in histogram view, we can see how much time and work is allocated to each resource. After that, as the project proceeds, we can also include which task is completed and which is not. We can just double click here and, for example, this task is completed, so we can put 100%, click enter. So we can set the task which is completed accordingly. So after one another, we can set tasks which are being completed. So this is the tutorial on Project Libre, which is very useful to manage project. Hopefully this video will helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you everyone.